Hey everybody, this is Justin Sinnard again with Sinnard Technologies, and today we're going to come at you with another MudBlazor video and demonstration of what you can do. Today we're going to be covering layouts. If you haven't seen my other video already, this is kind of a series going through everything step by step so we kind of understand everything. I did getting started, and that's pretty much getting everything installed for you if you want to go back to that video to start. So make sure you can open your Visual Studio project and get everything installed, and you'll be up to par with this video. We're going to come off of that video into this one, and right now we have everything installed so we can use MudBlazor. And what we're going to do is actually set up our layout. And this is going to be a basic layout. It's going to have like your app bar. It's going to have a drawer that can go in and out and get set up with like theme providers and stuff like that. Because we added that in last video here. We got the theme provider and we got the dialog provider, and kind of believe that's where we left off. We got the programs installed. So now we're kind of going to get into the basic layout here. Let me check my notes real quick. What we're going to cover first. So essentially, what I want to cover first is what are these here? I was reading through the instructions and they weren't very clear, but the Mud theme provider is the most important one of all three of these, obviously, because you're getting the theme, right? And without getting too much detail about that, because I'm going to cover this more in detail in the next coming up videos, so be sure to like and subscribe to these so you can get some more up-to-date videos as like I produce them. But essentially what that is like, you have your colors, what your secondary colors, your primary colors, or what the app bar is going to be colored as, like from defaults and stuff like that. So the Mud theme provider is the basic settings. It's going to have all those default variables, but they can be changed later so you can kind of fit your project. They have us put this in the Mud dialog provider, but they don't really explain it, at least not at this point. But essentially, I'm guessing this is just going to be like dialogue. So you press something. Are you sure you want to do this? A dialogue will pop up. So I'm guessing that's what that is. So all the different dialogues you can have for the different components is going to be provided by that Mud dialog provider. You could probably use these inside your project on which page you want them on. But I think the simplest way to do it is going to be just to do it on the main layout, because then you can actually get this on every page, and you don't have to worry about inserting it and forgetting to insert it. Same thing goes with this. Once again, they did it from their website where you go into the basic layouts. They don't really explain what these are. They kind of go into detail what this is, but they don't go into detail what the other ones are. But from my experience, just coding in general and everything else like that, the snack bar is going to be like a little thing that pops up on the bottom, and you can adjust it, and it's going to tell you something happened, pretty much. A quick little thing pops up for like 5 seconds. I'm guessing you need those components in the main layout or whatever page you're going to have it on if you want to use a snack bar, I believe is what that is. But moving forward and setting things up the way they want us to set us up, make sure you have this. Let me see if you can see it very clearly or not. Let's go a little higher. You can see this here. I always get like messed up when I do this because like it's so huge for me, but you can see it better then. Alright, so going back with the instructions, how you want to set this up is you want to have it set up like so, right? So we have Mud layout, Mud main content. So we're going to get rid of all this. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to come in here and grab this. We're going to copy and paste, right? From what I'm getting from the layouts and stuff like this, Mud layout is what it says is like the main root container for your entire layout. So these are usually going to be in the outskirts of your components, and then everything is children underneath the Mud layout. So that's the beginning div, pretty much. And then Mud main content is going to be your body content as we move through this. So let's take a peek and see if I can't run this yet. It might be broken because I did have some stuff I just removed and it didn't run its sense. Let's see what it looks like from here, right? Yeah, let it fire up here. We got nothing on there. I don't know what it is. Sometimes when you run it first and then you try to run it again, it'll actually show something here. We should be able to get to index. I don't think I changed anything. Let's see here. Yeah, there you go. So very plain, nothing going on here, just the content you have from your page, and this is coming from your index.razor here, right? Nothing's changed. So let's go ahead and move on. We're just showing main content with nothing cool styling. All right, so the next thing it wants to talk about. Oh, what's up, Keenies? You can't attack me right now. I'm trying to do a video. What? But next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the app bar and drawer here, and we're going to add that in. So we're going to go ahead, for simplicity, I'm just going to grab this, and I'm going to paste this in here. So what did we add here? So now we added the app bar, and this is going to be your top navigation bar that goes across the screen, right? So if we get rid of this guy, I'm going to comment this out real quick just so we can see the difference. We're just going to have the app bar on the top, and this is pretty much your navigation bar. Your navigation section is what it comes down to. And then the mud drawer is going to be your sidebar. So now we got this here. We could simply, we can change this to Sinnard Technologies, and let's Alt to F10. This will reload it, and it should update the screen. There we go. Sinnard Technologies, right? So this is where we can add our navigation stuff, and then that's going to be the top bar navigation. Now, if you want to, which most applications that you're building, you're going to have like a drawer on the side, depending on your design. Like if it's like a normal website, sometimes you don't even have that. But most applications, you're going to have an app drawer, and then just have a quick way to make this drawer. By default, it's set to true open, but you're going to bind that later, like whenever you're going to do it, and you'll see an example of that. So we're going to Alt F10 on this, and then we're going to see a drawer on the side. And it's nothing, we can't do nothing with it right now because it's set to true being open, so now the drawer is open. So that would be your drawer on the side, and then you have your nav bar here. And I believe whenever you have an app bar, the padding on the main content here automatically gets, I think if I remember correctly, they automatically figure out the height of this app bar and they add it to here, so your text always gets pushed down and stays in line, right? I believe, if I remember correctly, of how they do that. So it gets the top padding of whatever this height is, and that keeps the text down. Same thing with this drawer. So that is the app bar and app drawer. Now to get this thing to work here, they have a button we're going to add, right? So we have the mid app bar. We're going to copy this over real quick. And we're going to put in this mud icon. And this is just an icon like you would do if you're used to like sorry, not Blazor, but if you're used to Bootstrap. You know, Bootstrap has icons. You just kind of call the class like bye, whatever it is. Well, this one has a component. It's a mud icon component. It's an icon button. And this icon is found in this material filled themes, and this is coming from your theme provider, right? That's the component we did with, am I retarded? Oh yeah, mud right here. Mud theme provider, these things are coming from there, right? So you got your icons, menu icons, so it's going to be a little hamburger menu. It's inheriting whatever color it is, and I'll explain the colors and where we're getting these themes from later on in more detail, because they have a whole section on it, and I want to go through it and kind of go more in detail. But just know there's going to be a section where you can inherit colors, and they have different colors you can set it to. So I can probably change it to color.primary. And whatever you want it to be. But right now, just inherit from this class. So now you're setting it to the edge.start, so it's going to be to the side of the page. And we haven't set this up yet, but you can set it on click. So let's go ahead and do that. So what we're going to want to do with this, we're going to get the code section in here. And we're going to add it. And this is, I believe this is my Copilot actually telling me what to do, so I'm just going to hit tab, and let's see how I write it is. Let's see. That's the beauty. I don't know if you guys use Copilot yet. Maybe I'll do a demo on that one too, but GitHub's Copilot's pretty sweet. Does a lot of cool stuff for you. I've been using it, enjoying it. But anyways, we're doing MudBlazor today. But let's go ahead and we take a look at there. You have the bool drawer open. At first we have it open by default, so the page loads, it's going to be open because it's equal to true, right? And then we have drawer toggle, right? And then inside this, it's a method that we're going to call. Every time it gets open, it either flip-flops between true and false, true and false. If it's true, it'll be false. If it's false, it equals true. And that's what gets to open the drawer, right? So now we just need to update this value. Instead of having it just be opened, we're going to bind the value, right? We're going to have and bind open, right? Equals at drawer open. And they have a different, I don't know if you're following along with the website here, they have a different site here. And they have my nav menu, which we don't actually have a my nav menu, but we're going to create one here. Let's just get rid of this one and delete it. I'm going to actually kill this off real quick. Are you going crazy, Katie? You going crazy over here, Bumblet? I'm going to delete this one. And I'm going to save. Actually, let's see if this is working first. Make sure it's not broken or something. Oh, I forgot to change the on-click. Oh, no, I don't. So essentially what we did here, now we go back, we have the mud icon, and we're essentially telling it here that we want this on-click method to call drawer toggle every time it's been clicked. And then it flips-flops between true and false, in which case this is open when it's true. So it'll keep changing this value of this one. So it's watching this. Oh, sorry, I can't actually see, you don't see me pointing at it. But it's watching this value, and it's going to flip up to the 2. It's going to open the drawer, close the drawer, open the drawer, close the drawer. Essentially, what's going to happen here. So let's go ahead and give it a shot here. So right now, there's nothing in there, but we can close it and we can open it. So it goes back and forth. Drawer open, drawer closed. Simple enough, right? So now, I mean, it's kind of useless without values in it. So what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to hit Control-Shift-A. I am not going to do a class. I want to show me some templates. And let's do razor component. And I'm going to go, just to keep up with what they're saying, I'm going to say my nav menu. Probably would have been easier just to change the name now I think about it, but. Alright, and then this is going to be our nav menu. Nothing's in it yet. But we're going to go back to main layout, and we're going to go in here and say my nav menu. And that's our new nav menu component, right? I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to come on down here, and it goes on to talk with the navigation menu here. So that's the next section we're going to talk about. And I am going to come inside here, and we're going to open up nav menu. And right now we got nothing. I'm going to just delete this code here because it's not needed. And I am going to go ahead, and we're going to do the nav menu. Going to put this in place. See, here's the Copilot again, trying to guess what I want. It's not even right, so it's not even close to being right. So, sorry, Copilot, you didn't do too great on that one. But as you can see here, we have a MUD nav menu. It's the top root level component that controls nav menus, and then inside of it we have nav links, right? And then you can route this to whatever page you have. So we could do, what do we got here? Counter. Let's go. Counter. I think it's named counter for the page root. Yeah, it's just counter. And then we're going to go in here. Counter. I keep forgetting that fucking AMD shit's comes on and off when I have it. But this is our nav menu. So now I'm going to save the page. And the only other thing that might confuse you, which I mean shouldn't confuse you. I mean, if you did like Bootstrap, I mean, you know about this kind of stuff. They have like a class that you would have just called, but instead these are all just components. So now we have a nav link component for your nav links, and then this MUD nav group. The title is what's going to show, but it'll be like a drop down menu you can click on. Here, I'll just show you. And then inside there you have your nav links, and it's smart enough to know that you want a drop down list menu of different nav items. So we'll fire it up and show you. Here. Alright, so now our menu is there. Looks like it does go to counter now. And this is what I'm talking about, the drop-down list menu. It comes in and out. It's not going to go on any pages because I don't have any references to any pages, really. But essentially, that's what it does. And you can build your nav menus from these items here as you go. The last thing I want to cover for the layout on here is going to be the content and containers. Now, essentially what this is, when they go back to your main layout, they suggest, let me Yeah, so down here they kind of suggest you should put a medium max width on the mud container, and what this is going to essentially do is try to make it most of your content fit more to the center of the page. But you can do this by page, it sounds like, or you can do it by the main content layer too. So you can put on max width. So let's come in here. So essentially, it's just going to center your items within your main content. So I'm going to max width equals max width dot medium. This doesn't actually have any ItaliCs though. It kind of confuses me. But if you go on here, it's acting like it's doing something. So let's see what it looks like with this guy. Let's try small, maybe. Let's do small. Let's see if it changes anything. Oh, I gotta uninstall the AMD thing because it's messing with my keybinds. And let's take a look at this here. I know I was playing it before. It didn't really change too much. I didn't notice it at least. Well, they do recommend putting it on there, but even before I was playing with it, it didn't seem like it was really doing anything. But it's supposed to keep things center. So if they ask you to do it, we should just do it. So I'm going to leave this at medium and leave that be. But at this point, this covers our layout section and how to set this up. We got the basic layout set up already. We have the top app bar. We have a navigation bar. If you wanted to play around with some more, you could come in here. You can actually make these links inside this page here. And all you gotta do is if you know Blazor, you just can come into your files, right? This is your actual links to your pages, and you can come in here and you just add those in here. Whatever page you have, and that's your link, whatever you want to say on the nav link there, and you just can play with it at this point. But that's what I think I'll leave it at. If you found this helpful and understand a little bit better because of this video, please either like and subscribe to this channel, as I'll be making more videos as I go through it some more. Like I said, we're going to get more in depth with the themes and stuff like that and kind of see what we can do with this. If you'd like to, I have a link to buy me a cup of coffee. If you did enjoy this content and you find it helpful, I would appreciate that. Otherwise, if you can't afford to buy coffee, please just make sure you like the video or subscribe to the channel, as it helps get it seen by more people. Alright, and you have a good day. Alright, thanks. Bye.